And as you can probably tell, I am a white man. And unfortunately within our society, that gives me a lot of privilege. So what has really inspired me,
I am here for the people of this land to live comfortably in a land that was unrightfully taken away from them. I am here for me, I am here for everyone behind me and everyone to come after me.
Indigenous communities across this land that we call Canada have been subject to land theft and genocide ever since the first settlers arrived. They have been fighting,
strikers get asked a question, but what are you actually trying to do to help the environment? Why take time of your day when you can actually be in school studying for how to help the climate? Or why don't you just be a scientist and help create a solution? These are simple questions with simple answers. How climate strikers are helping the environment is bringing the issue to the political stadium. We help to make climate action a forefront of the recent federal election. We bring light to the solutions that are proposed by hard-working scientists, entrepreneurs, and philanthropists. We are attacking the same problem of environmental catastrophe from a different angle. The scientists can keep making their technology and making solutions, but in the past, have they ever been listened to? James Hansen was shut up. It's been decades since climate change was announced, and still we have not taken meaningful change. I am not in school because I am not learning about how to save the planet. There were so many amazing candidates running with climate action at the forefront of their campaigns. These climate movements not only effectively helped to make climate justice a priority in the federal election campaign, but also made it a contentious issue in our daily conversations and in the debates. We are unstoppable! Another world is possible! We are unstoppable! Another world is possible! We are unstoppable! Another world is possible! We are unstoppable! Another world is possible!
Together there's power in numbers. We will not follow your warnings. We learning the laws you don't want upon us. You throw us in water, we know there's piranhas. The people they needing a leader, just know that I'm on it. I'm honest in everything that I do. Every word that I speak is true. The people that get it, they know that the picture is bigger. So pull up a seat and get listen. You putting your fist in the air. You know the resistance is here. Your hair's off in the distance. We are the kids that you dismissed. We are the targets you just missed. We are descendants of humans and cheese. Just know that our struggles are brief. Just know that we want in the same. I'm from the prairies, the plains. I go my hair out until I can braid it again. I'm no longer ashamed. I promise the people are harsh, so I'm not going vain. You hear my voice and the melody carry the pain. I do not do this for money or fame. I just wanna be me. I just wanna feel free. Is that too much that we ask? Look at the future, but learn from the past. I know that sometimes we clash, and it's just life. Chances ain't handed out twice. A man of my word and a man of advice. I just wanna be free. We just wanna live our lives. We just wanna have to worry. Tell me, can you help me? I don't seem like you've been in a hurry. You playing judge and jury. I feel I'm on the siege. Get the matches, burn the same. Chapters over, turn the page. Author of my destiny, but they telling me differently. We just wanna live our lives. We don't wanna have to worry. Tell me, can you help me? It don't seem like you've been in a hurry. I just wanna be me. I just wanna feel free. That's why we've been doing the most. I pack my suitcase and move to the coast. I promise the next time I come to this city, I'm bringing hope. I'm bringing you, and it's bigger than music. Together we started a movement. Together we stand, we shaking the earth as we're moving. As soon as you look for the answer, you see the solution. Our minds are as clear as the water as soon as you see the pollution. We want the freedom and not the illusion. We are the warriors. The ones that you read in the stories. We are notorious. I just wanna be me.
bird's the only bird in the world that can fly backwards. So I felt it fitting that it'd be a gift for Greta, as she's both beautiful and unique.
How many you are? Police say about 15,000. And so it is an honor to be here with you today. Thank you. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are fortunate to be able to gather on the unceded territory of the Coast Salish people, particularly the unceded traditional territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And we, of course, today stand in solidarity with the young plaintiffs, with the brave young plaintiffs who are suing the Canadian government today. And it is always so hopeful to see this every Friday. This is a movement with millions upon millions of people telling world leaders to act on the science and demanding a safe future for us and for everyone. And together we will make a change. And I'm honored to stand next to Seven Collis Suzuki, who addressed world leaders during the first COP in Rio de Janeiro, 1992. 27 years ago, at the age of 12, she said, quote, "At school, even in kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world. You teach us not to fight with others, to work things out, to respect others, to clean up our mess, not to hurt other creatures, to share, to not be greedy. Then why do you go out and do the things you tell us not to do?" Also, I am fighting for my future. Losing my future is not like losing an election or a few points on the stock market. Seven told the world everything the world needed to know 27 years ago. And the science told our world leaders everything they needed to know 27 years ago. If people would have listened back then, the world would be a completely different place than it is today. But the world ignored her. And world leaders continue to choose to look away from this crisis even today. According to the Global Carbon Atlas, global CO2 emissions have increased by approximately 65% from 1992 to 2018. Around 50% of all CO2 emitted since 1751 have been emitted since 1992. If world leaders would have started to take action back then when this crisis became known to them, then imagine the sufferings that could have been prevented. It is shameful that for so long the emergency has been ignored. It is the year 2019 and the people in power are still acting as if there was no tomorrow.
I guess when it's overbooked text.
And we young people are telling them to stop doing that, to stop ignoring the consequences of their actions and inactions, to stop leaving their mess for someone else to clean up, because we do not want to do it for them. The people in power need to start to realize what they are doing to future generations, to us, and especially to people in parts of the world who are already being affected and suffering from the climate and ecological crisis. To look us in the eyes and tell us that they are doing enough. Well, whatever they are doing it wrong. We are starting to see through their lies, and we will hold them accountable for their actions. We will be a constant reminder that they are failing. And that constant reminder is what we are today. And every Friday, every single day that goes by without sufficient action being taken, and when the science is being ignored. Because we are not just some kids skipping school or some adults who are not going to work. We are a wave of change, and together we are unstoppable. We will rise to the challenge, hold those responsible for this. And if you feel threatened by that, then I have some very bad news for you. This is just the beginning. We will continue. Because change is coming whether you like it or not. Thank you. And I think people would be very happy if you seven would say a few words if you want to.
This is an amazing moment right now. Not only for myself, I look out into the crowd and I see so many faces that I know from a generation ago. They've come to every single march. They organize in our community here in Vancouver. They organize in Ottawa. ran into Elizabeth May. She's here.